Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. This is Dr. Robinson, and we're going to continue our studies. This time we are talking about subtraction of polynomials. Please note the same rules that you learned for adding and subtracting rational numbers or integers to apply to adding and subtracting algebraic expressions or polynomials. Remember that subtracting an integer is the same as adding its opposite. That's the key feature we're going to deal with today. So you're going to add the opposite of the second term or the additive inverse of the second term. So here's our first question. We have 4x plus 8 minus this polynomial in parenthesis 3 plus 4y. All right, so let's get this going. So just give me 1 second. Get my pen. Okay, got my pen. So we want to first change the minus sign to an addition sign because there's no such thing as subtraction. We change that to addition. We're going to take everything inside the parenthesis and change it to its additive inverse, which means opposite. So 3, which is positive, now becomes negative 3. The plus 4y becomes minus 4y. And let's get that there. And now we can bring down the, let's choose another color, 4x plus 8. All right. So let's get our columns. So if you remember, we get our columns. We have an x, we have a 8, and we have a y. So we're going to need 3 columns. So let's get our columns together. One column is going to be in alphabetical order, with starting with the letter X. One is going to be for Y, and one is going to be for our constant. And I'll write a hashtag symbol. So let's put our X's in there. We're going to split this up into parts. So let me get a pen first. Sorry. So I'm going to split this up between the plus signs and the minus signs. And this is our Hershey bar broken into pieces. And I'm going to put my x's over here. So I have a 4x. Put that under the x column. Check it off. Any more x's? Nope. So I'm done with the x's. I have a y over there. So let's look at that. Minus 4y. So let's put that in there. Minus 4y. Let's check that off. Check. We also have a couple numbers here. We have a positive 8. Check that off. And we have a negative 3. And check that off. So we use all pieces of this polynomial. And remember, it's an addition problem. So this problem up here is no longer valid. So we're no longer doing this one. So we can cross that out. That way we don't have to look at it anymore because it's an addition problem now. So let's do our addition. 4x plus nothing will just give us 4x. Negative 4y plus nothing will just give us negative 4y. And now we have positive 8 plus negative 3. Well, the signs are different, so we subtract. So that'll give us a 5. Choose the sign of the 8 because it's a larger digit than the 3, and that'll be positive. Or you can write 8 positives and 3 negatives and cross out like I had in my addition of integer videos. So our answer is going to be 4x minus 4y plus 5. So I hope you got that question. Here's one for you to try. See if you can remember what we have to do. So we'll do it in class. Let me know how you do with it. If you have questions, write them down, bring them in tomorrow. I'll be glad to answer them. If you're still unsure, watch the video again. Maybe there's something I did that you might have missed. So check out the video one more time again. All right, here's a different type of question. It is subtract, but I want you to notice it says subtract 3x minus 4y plus 2 from negative 2x plus 7y minus 8. This word from is a kind of misleading because normally people would put this first and then this second and do your subtraction. But you have to remember from is like less than. It implies that there is a switch in order. So this would become first, and then you would have your minus sign, and this would come second. So there is what you would have to subtract. So let me just put parentheses around this. So the polynomials are inverted because of the word from. So keep that in mind when you subtract. And then we do our normal processes of changing this to its additive inverse. And remember, we're adding. So that's one thing you should know. So make sure you're aware of that. So I'll let you deal with that on your own. Here's another problem, good word problem that you can take a look at. I hope you enjoyed the video and found it easy to deal with because we have questions. You can write them down and bring them into class, and I'll be glad to answer them. This is Dr. Robinson signing off. I'll see you next time in class. Bye bye. Bye bye.